All right, Lagos, it is 19 minutes going to 5. You are tuned in to Business Hub here on Smooth 98.1. And as always, on Business Hub, we're all about the businesses and how, in case you're wondering, okay, I need to tap into business circle, I need to tap into the business world. What things do I need to improve? Or that is why Business Hub is here for you to learn the tricks of the trade and also figure out what you need to do. And talking about today, we'll be talking about the potential impact of AI on Nigerian firms. When you think about what AI can do right now, I absolutely it's mind blowing because artificial intelligence is not just the rave of the moment; it's something that has come to stay. So if you haven't gotten on that platform, you need to do your homework. Well, my guest is a highly distinguished management consultant in digital transformation strategist as well as corporate advisor. He's also known for consistently driving organizational growth and is also achieving sustainable competitive advantage across diverse sectors. Yes, that's the, you know, um, what would I say? The things that he can get you to get into. He has so much in store. But in case you're wondering who my guest is, well, my guest is Ayo Emakhiomhe. He is the CEO of Coinbox Limited. Good evening, and a pleasure to have you with me.
Good evening, Joy. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure being here too. Good
Absolutely.
evening, everyone.
Oh, trust me, Lagos, here's the time for you to come in, ask your questions, be a part of Business Hub. In case you're wondering how you can do that, WhatsApp is the platform. The number is 0911 999 0981. Did I call that too fast? Okay, we'll take it slowly. 0911 999 0981. Share your thoughts, contributions, experiences with AI, anything interesting that you would like to ask my guest. Trust me, he's got the knowledge and knows how to actually, put you on the right path. You, if I were you, I'll be. It's not just, I would say get your pen up. We've gone past that stage of writing everything on pen up and a book. Now you want to have it recorded so you can have access to it time and again. And now, yeah, AI has so many avenues for you to do that. But you know what? Let's get into the conversation and talking about AI. What exactly is agentic AI? I saw that and I'm like, huh? What exactly is agentic AI? That's just, for me, that's new. But hey, please share.
Okay. Is that a question for me?
Yes, please.
Okay, good. Okay, thank you. Sorry, I thought you were still talking.
Oh, no.
Okay. Agentic AI. Let me take two steps back first, so that
Okay.
you have a better understanding of agentic AI.
Fair enough.
We have our normal autonomous or computer systems, where computer systems helps to.
Ooh. I hope the gremlins are not trying to get to your network. Okay, hopefully we'll try to reconnect with Io. But hey, gremlins, be at bay. I know that once it rains, then the gremlins try to come up and disrupt things. But if I can hear me, I'd like you to reconnect if possible.
Efficient. That's basic at what you are doing.
Mm. Hi, I. Okay.
That network failure.
Ah,
Okay, so I said you would be normal digital systems helps you to be faster, more efficient. Okay.
okay.
In comes
Okay.
AI. AI now makes you like a superstar. Okay.
Indeed.
Um, what you normally do in terms of your research, in terms of your customer care, in terms of your service delivery, AI makes it now seem seamless. It's
Right.
awesome. And you are feeling cool with that. But now in comes agentic AI. Now, the challenge with agentic AI now is that it's not going to just make you now the superhero.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
it is now going to add to your superheroism, where
Hey.
you, while you're here now doing your Smooth FM work, you
Right.
could be at home somewhere sleeping. Why?
Okay.
Because we now have agentic AI that will be there doing your presentation for you. So that's the difference. The normal AI gives you information on a fixed basis. That is the information you give it that it works with.
Right. Right.
That is, you give it prompts, it gives you responses. It's sequential in responses, and that's all. But
Mm-hmm.
agentic AI is now autonomous. That is, it works like you sitting down there. It
Mm-hmm.
does your job for you. It responds to your audience when they speak. Okay.
Right.
It is almost limitless. It's just that, yes, there are some items that limit it. But outside that, that's why it's called an agent, is your representative. We
True.
are used to, computers being limited by the information they have and the prompts you give them. But now we are
True.
now saying we've gone past the age of computing. We are now in the age of robots, but they are AI driven. So they can do virtually all your work, especially like the type of work you do, where you talk to the
Right.
people and you need information. And AI can sit down there as your
And
representative and do all this for you. So then
right.
that is the agentic AI that can do that.
In quick time, it just, churns out all the information and shares it without, and it's in a sense using my thought process or possibly my voice. Might not necessarily take up my looks, but use my voice, use my thought process with that is on speed drive and
Yeah.
just churn out information.
Well, to make it more interesting, it will take up your voice. It will take up your
Okay.
mannerisms, the way you are looking very excited and very interesting. It will do
Right.
that, but now do both in a better format. Because,
Awesome.
like, when your audience calls in, it actually analyzes their emotions, their feelings.
Hmm.
And then based on that, it would use your exciting personality to now
Right.
give a far better answer than you would have even thought of to that audience person that had a question or something to say. And then, when you have your normal AI, there's a limit. It has boundaries of the things it can do
Right.
because it is only the limited information it has. But now your agentic AI is unlimited. All it needs is for you to start it, just like you start your car and it drives off. That's all. It's going. So it's not saying, oh, I don't have that kind of information for now, which is the annoying part of using such devices, or you don't know how you're going to do this because it will go and find out how to do it and get back to you.
Right.
It learns by itself on the go.
I don't know if I'm excited about that or if I should be more worried, but there are certain things that even the agentic AI can't adopt. And as they say, it gets why. But yes, that actually sounds so fascinating. And hey, if anything makes life easier, that's where we are at right now, especially when it comes to the business world. But now let's talk about the business world. Is
Yeah.
this something that can be used by Nigerian firms, regardless of their size? Because sometimes I feel like, okay, like you just used me as an example. You know how sometimes our businesses are could be from 10 to 15 to a whole factory. Is that something that can work in Nigerian firms?
Yes. Everything that can be done in America virtually can be done in Nigeria today as we are. In fact, there are companies already ready to set up. They are based here in Nigeria, in Lagos, ready to set up your AI system for you with all the infrastructure and everything you need for it to succeed. Yes, there are minor challenges like downtime, like just happened to us in terms of internet. But it doesn't stop the system. It works because this infrastructure is such that there are ways of managing downtimes and still remaining up and working excellently. So that's the advantage. And for the business world in Nigeria today, we know how they say, if I can use that statement in quotes, in this Tinubu economy, one of your major challenges is paying salaries. One of your major challenges is paying salaries.
Honestly.
And so won't you rather hire one agentic AI that would work as a presenter 24/7 than have like 6 presenters running the program? And I'm sure the average employer will be excited about that. You get? Then in the beauty of agentic AI is this: the normal AI, there's a limit to the localized information it works with, because it works with big data, which is a lot of data in the cloud. But now agentic AI is localized. So what that means is that it will be talking to you like my brothers in Niger Delta. They will not know the difference. You get? They will not know the difference. My sisters up north, they will not know the difference, which includes the nuances, the slangs, the everything. That's how agentic AI works, which is what makes it the next level of the basic. We now call it the traditional AI, to tell how outdated it is. Agentic AI is now the new phase, and it's in Nigeria, and it will work irrespective of the challenges. Yes, we know there's power challenges, but there are alternatives to that. So right now, internet challenges, there are alternatives to that, and there are solutions around it. So yes, it would work, and it would increase efficiency to reduce your costs. In fact, that's what brought about the agentic AI. It has to come up to do something to add value to your organization. If not, you don't need it.
Okay, well, we have a quick breather upon us. We'll take that. When we get back, we'll talk more about what agentic AI can do. I know that regardless of any business, right, we'll be talking about what sectors should actually be investing in this wholesomely. And hey, talking about job cuts can sound a little scary. But before we take that break, Kenny says AI is the beginning of making humans redundant and added to fearful employment rates in Nigeria. Very scary thing, but we'll talk about that when we get back from this quick pause. Lagos, the move muscle. Stay tuned to Smooth 98.1. In the cooking game. Now that's scary.
Yeah.
That's really scary.
It's not as scary as it's sounding. It's scary when you are talking to the doomsday people, but really it is not scary. It's time for transformation.
No, I like that.
Education by AI is no more what you used to. Education has changed. So what it has done is it has made 90% of the courses we have in Nigerian universities today redundant. But
that's true. It just makes you realize that, okay, so what was the essence of that course? And we've still not yeah, we have lots to work on.
Yes. But, thank God for the same AI, it's easier now and faster to catch up.
Very true. As long as you have an open mind and you're willing to get this information, because the information is there. How willing are you to tap into that information?
Yes.
That's another problem. All right, let's get back in.
Okay.
All right, Lagos. It is 33 minutes gone past 5. You are tuned into Business Hub here on Smooth 98.1. Oh, my days. If you aren't listening, if you're not tuned in now, well, I wouldn't say you've missed so much, but not to worry. You can always catch up much later. I'll let you in on how you can catch up. But today we're talking about how, agentic AI Yes, let's talk about how agentic AI and its potential impacts on Nigerian business firms. It's just amazing when you think about what AI is doing right now. I could just be home and you think, oh, she's in the studio. Would that have the same
Yes.
effect? Well, you can never tell. I'm not going to let you in on it just yet. Thankfully, my guest is sharing such great insights. My guest is Ayo Emakhiomhe, and he is the CEO of Coinbox Limited. Like I said, so much information, but it is also how you go about getting that information. And yes, we've talked about agentic AI. I'm still, yes, I've heard about it. I've seen it in some instances, but talking about the job market, right? Especially for Nigerians who are still who still like certain things. I don't know. I think we're still traditional, so it's still a long we're still trying to adapt to AI moves and all the things. We're still trying to get used to, okay, you put the prompt in and AI will give you the answer. But this one now that we're talking about agentic AI and businesses, it's like,
Joy,
are you scaring
Joy,
us? Yes.
the last person on WhatsApp now said it's sad, number one. Number two, if in the next 12 to 18 months you are not on the AI ship, then you'll be out of business. That's
I
where we
agree.
are now. That's number one. Number two, AI is not here to take anybody's job, really.
No.
Yes, what AI has done, especially agentic AI, has redefined employment. It has completely redefined employment. What does that? What do I mean?
Oh my word. You're talking about agentic AI now, and the gremlins don't want you to talk
Um,
about it.
if you are the traditional employee,
Mm.
you'll be out of job. And then, so what you are expected to do is upgrade. Everybody is expected to upgrade. For example, you should be looking at new professions and new job titles. Like you should be looking at, if you are a strategist, you should be looking at AI governance, or even lawyers. You should be looking at AI governance as a course. You should be looking
All
at
right.
issues like human resources, playing in that field,
But with
learning
AI,
and development. Yes,
ah,
because somebody has to guide this, as in govern what these machines are doing, these softwares are doing. So if
okay.
that's now your new profession, then you have a lot of work to do. Then there are jobs like, yes, I've mentioned human resources.
Mm-hmm.
Even learning and development is going, like a job like learning and development, for example, is new in the industry,
Yes.
but it's already getting outdated. Why? Because your job is no more, those days when you say you're a learning and development person, you are known as a trainer, a facilitator. But now you are supposed to be a tech-driven person where you use AI
To
to
teach
guide
somebody his job.
learning, not just you coming up with one set of slides, because every other job you do, AI can do it. But the only job AI cannot do is you looking at a set of people and deciding what works best for them, even though AI has suggested. So so that differentiates it. And so it's
Okay.
those kind of professions that going into the future that works. They are tech-driven professions. So it's not taking your job. It is that person that can use the AI that will now take your job. So if you don't know much about AI, you better sit up and start doing that, because
Mm.
that is what will take your job.
I have a question. I have message here from David. David says agentic. It says news headline: Agentic AI causes loss of jobs, and he further says it's worrying how AI has grown over the years, and localized or not, I see a whole lot coming. Seems like movies from the 90s and so on. Back to the Future is actually coming to pass. And the question he's asking is how do we ensure that we stay ahead of this?
I like that question.
You've actually just pointed how we can stay ahead. But
Yes.
yes, let's you
I
know
like
what?
that question because nowadays when I'm in class and they ask me questions that how do we deal with that's this question with what is happening? I tell them, before now, we were told and taught about competition, that get ahead of the competition, beat the
Right.
competition,
Knowledge.
write off the competition, you know. But we are now in an age where competition is outdated. It's now collaboration.
Is that
Why?
collaboration?
Because your competition is now change, especially things like AI bringing them in. So, and the only way you can succeed and get ahead of change is understand that you need to collaborate with your fellow human beings to get ahead of the change. Because if you are behind the change, you'll be left at the train station. But to stay ahead, you need to now collaborate with the others so that you are on the train and you are moving forward. What do I mean? What are the trends? What are the recent things happening? What are the new things like this agentic AI? Are you on the train? Are you making efforts or moves towards setting up an agentic AI system in your organization, in your office, on your job? How can you use it to enhance your job? Because that's
Ouch. How do we cut?
train
I
station.
seem to have lost you again. Okay, welcome back.
Okay.
I lost you for a
Oh,
second.
okay. And it didn't even go here. But what I'm saying is that so if you are busy sitting down and complaining that your job is being taken by AI, you'll be left at the train station. So what you need to do now is look for how you can optimize or make the best use of the available AI systems, either for your organization or for your job
Okay.
or for your profession or even for your career, because there's an AI solution for all of this.
Okay. So now that you've
And then I
mentioned
remember you asked that question. Yes.
right.
So going one step into that now, that is one of the places, industries that will need AI, or two. One is logistics. The other one is in finance. Logistics, for example, commonly in Lagos, you know our traffic. Even nowadays, we have human traffic where it has left the cars, left the bikes, the human beings are stuck, standing still. So what does an AI system do? An AI system will give you an optimized route. That is the best route to pass in going to where, in arriving at where you're going on time. That's traditional AI. But what now happens? What if there's a strike, like the Pengasson strike we had recently? You
Right.
know,
Oh, the
that's
flood.
when it is when the strike happens that you start looking for how to re-optimize your route. Okay. And that means it has happened, you are reacting, even though you are using AI. Agentic AI would have looked at all the various
Possible.
possibilities of that strike and rerouted the day before and done everything that what if there's no fuel? Okay, this is how you walk, this is where you go, this is what you do. That's the difference. That's why it's the next level of AI. Unlike AI that just giving an optimized route, agentic is proactive. It is a step ahead of AI. AI being a step ahead of AI. Like, okay, this is the way, this is how to do it, this is what is this, and then made all necessary arrangements. For example, there might be one station that plans to sell fuel tomorrow. The agents would have found out and made necessary arrangements for you to be there on time so that you can buy fuel before the strike starts. And then giving you the best optimal routes to pass to ensure you make more money than even you would have made when there was fuel selling everywhere. So that's how an agentic AI works, and that's it in logistics. In
Okay. You're talking
finance,
about finance. Yeah.
especially in the area of like portfolio management, you know, one of the greatest challenge of portfolio officers or investment officers is catching up with the trends and ensuring that each client's portfolio remains profitable, especially with the volatile world economy we have today. It's a big headache. But and so usually they work, and then there are AI systems already helping them. Well, how does it work? There's one for probably stock trading. You have your trading bots. There's another one for investments. That's working. There's another one for business. But now one agentic AI will bring all three together and work alone, bringing everything and ensuring that on your portfolio remains profitable. So you don't run from one AI to the other is one handling everything. Which means if you had an office of 50 portfolio officers, All you now need is 2 portfolio
Software.
officers working with one agentic AI. That's how beautiful it will be. The employers will be very excited with this. Okay, investors will be very excited with this because that means you don't need to worry about losses anymore, irrespective. For example, when Russia was about to go to war with Ukraine, the agentic AI would have done necessary analysis and looked at various investment options and how to reroute or reinvest your sums and done all that for you. So by the morning when you woke up, like it happened to all of us, and you hear, oh, Russia is now in Ukraine, that's when you're calling your broker. Oh yeah, sell my shares. The agent here will tell you all done.
Done.
You are safe. So that's how it's effective it will be in finance industry. In healthcare, now you are talking about 5G giving rise to carrying out remote surgeries, where a surgeon in
I
Canada
saw
can
that.
carry out a surgery in Nigeria. Okay, but it's still one of the greatest challenges of doctors, those in the medical field, is that is one person, is the person's expertise that is doing the job. That's all.
Right.
But now into the near, not in fact, near is too far. Into the
Almost
next
like
horizon.
right.
Yeah, into the next horizon, the agentic AI should be able to learn the operational procedure that doctor carries out, and then all the various issues that could come up during the operation, and then be the one carrying out the operation. So one doctor can now be in 20 places. Unlike the fact that the only difference between the current system where the doctor is in Canada is it has reduced the distance. That's AI. But now it doesn't just reduce the distance, it multiplies the doctor. So one doctor can be in 20 places, at least to do some basic critical procedures. It is now the very complex one. I don't know yet if agentic AI will be allowed to do that, like open heart surgery or brain surgery.
Right.
But all those other basic ones, like appendicitis, what do you call it, giving birth, you get, I'm sure we will soon get to a time when it's no more a physical doctor that will be doing that. Or like dental procedures and all that. The agentic AI that will now be handling all of that. So, and I could go on and on. Is it hospitality?
Honestly, I would love us to go on and on, but here's the kicker right now. We're out of time. We're out of time. I'm looking forward to having you come back and expand on this. Well, I would have to talk to my guy to talk to the guy to the
Anytime.
But before I let you go, there's something I want to know. With everything that is progressive, there's a financial part of it that
Implication.
what's the financial implication for implementing this? Could some firms be priced out? What's going to be the situation in this one?
Yes. First of all, I would like to use my people's slang that they say soup way sweet, na money
No
kill
money.
that.
No.
That's one. Then two, now as a businessman, in a year, you spend an average of between 36 to 40 million on salaries, whether you know or you don't know, especially if you pay between 1 and 3 million naira as monthly salary to your staff. And then I now tell you, I'm going to give you a software that will cost you 40 million for the first year only, which means by the second year, it might cost you just 4 million naira. Tell me it's not a profitable investment.
Oh,
So that's
okay.
the advantage there. It's expensive to acquire for now,
Mm-hmm.
but in the
But
long run, it's
maintenance.
very affordable. And then there are systems. For example, can I call names? Okay, there's a company
No.
in Nigeria. Okay, there's a company in Nigeria right now. They provide ERP services. That is
Okay.
the 360-degree business support.
Right.
They
Right.
have agentic AI as part of their system. So what are they saying? You don't need to change your subscription to them, as you don't need to pay extra money. All you need to do is upgrade your subscription. So it's the same ERP, but it's now going to run as an agentic AI. So it is even that same system that will now advise you on which jobs to redefine, because most most jobs are going to be redefined. Job roles, in fact, entire business architectures are going to be redefined with agentic AI. So business the way business structures we know today will change. So in line with that, it will cost you just a little extra from what you already have. That's all. So it now depends on how you want to implement it. You go the route of setting it up as an ERP, or you set it up for like your customer service or like your operational system. So whichever, or then you might want to set it up with the infrastructure, which of course these are physical infrastructures, and so they might come up with a little extra cost. Okay. But outside that, in the long and short, for me, it is not expensive. It is a necessity.
And there, Lagos is where we will have to drop anchor tonight, this evening at least. Not to worry. Like I said, I'll talk to the people that talk to the people to make sure that we have Ayo back. I know you've definitely had insights this evening. You're looking forward to more. We'll see how that works. But I thank you so much for all the insights. However, for those who are listening now and I cannot wait to have you back a second time, how can they reach out to you on social media handles?
I'm on LinkedIn. Just search for my name, Ayo Emakhiomhe. I'm on Instagram at Ayo Emakhiomhe, one word in this case. Then I'm on Twitter at Coinbox Limited, but Limited is LTD, one word also. So sorry, X.
I see. I always say that thing. It's X. I call it, but some people look at me like, huh? Don't worry, we are not. We have left them behind.
Yes. And then generally, I'm on social media. I just put Ayo Emakhiomhe and you find me. And
on all platforms.
I can always say I'm the only Ayo Emakhiomhe on the planet for now.
For now. Well, thank you so much. It's been a great insight, great conversation. Looking forward to having you as soon as possible. Because yes, even the listeners are like, please, when are we having him back in? Your horses, calm down. But it's been great having you and sharing this, getting this much insight. Looking forward to it. Lagos, not to worry, calm down. On the other side will be more conversations, and we'll see how to get Ayo back. But thank you so much. Business Hub as always comes your way Mondays. Tuesdays from 5:15. Oh my days. I'm already cannot be going back in time. Forward and looking forward to the future. Like David says, we're looking at Back to the Future. No, we're looking forward to the future, not back to the future. Thank you so much, Lagos. Catch you up on the other side. My absolute pleasure.
Bye.